what makes any business successful. Let us see what business means. Business means somebody gives something to somebody. In exchange of that, something is reciprocated or returned back. Now, we must see that when this interaction is taking place, then how many things are taking place? Number one, somebody is giving some money and in return getting something what he wants, what she wants. But this is a visible phenomena. But what is invisible phenomena? That along with the object, along with the thing which is purchased, that visible thing, that object, along with that object, many things are being exchanged, which are not manifested, which are non-material. What is that? Those are the thoughts. Those are the intentions. When a purchaser is purchasing something, he is investing some money. Money must have come from some source. If that source is not right, what is right and what is wrong? Right is that which nourishes nature, which nourishes right from one individual. It nourishes whole nature. And what is not good? That which hurts nature or which is earned by disturbing the natural laws or hurting somebody, directly or indirectly. Now, question arises that when billions of people are doing this, then how can each customer be inquired and looked upon? So that is very impractical. Well, so that's why in Vedic texts it is said that how to make that money pure. Because if it is earned and you don't know how it is earned, then a certain amount of that money is spent as a must in nourishing the nature. So if somebody earns some money and spends some money in charity or nourishing nature or for eco-friendly things, helping someone, giving something to needy. So these are all helping nature, because all those are deprived of if they are feeded properly or nourished properly. It is a sort of nourishing Mother Nature's creations. So what happens? It can look like very abstract thing, very But it is a very typical natural law, because whatever manifested things are, previously it was simply a thought. So whatever result we have, the reason of that result is a thought, and that thought pushes for some action, and because of that action some results takes place. It means the source of any achievement, any earning is a thought. And if the thought is pure, then action is pure. When action is pure, then whatever is earned naturally becomes pure. So this is a very, very important phenomena. So when somebody earns without knowing where from the money is coming, then this is one method to rectify that money. And by rectifying that money, by spending a certain amount in charity, in social work, in helping someone, in nourishing nature, it makes something pure. And later on, we'll analyze how scientifically it works. How scientifically it works. Because when some thought is there which is not positive, which is not nourishing natural law, then along with that money, that thought is transferred. And when that thought is transferred, to unknowingly one becomes the victim of that karma. To just coming out of that karma, this is how things are. And in all religions, it is mentioned to do social work, to charity, to do something which nourishes natural laws. So this is one thing which is very important. Then whatever one earns, certain percentage of it should be utilized in cutting those karmas which is coming along with that. The best thing is, if you know that where from this money is coming, then you should take care of whether you should entertain that or not. But in case where you do not know where from it is coming, then this is another way of rectifying those karmas. Because this is not the exchange of money or thought, it is the exchange of karmas also. So how a business becomes successful? When any action, how the secret of success of any karma is the intention behind it. It is said, Kriya Siddhi Sattve Bhavati Mahatam Nopkarne. It means any action turns into perfect result. How? Because of the intention of the doer. If your intention is pure, your purpose is pure, your process is pure, then activity turns into rightful achievements. Kriya Siddhi Sattve Bhavati Mahatam Nopkarne. So it means this is second phenomena. That whatever we do, if we are doing charity just to rectify those karmas, but our intention is, Along with that, we are feeling not feeling very happy. We are feeling that we are compelled to do it. Huh? And in pressure, I am doing it because I have to cut these karmas. So this stress doesn't makes the intention, the thought process, or the action to come out as a good result. So whatever we do, that's why in Vedic science it is said manasa, vacha and karmana. Manasa means in mind, what you are thinking. Vacha means what you are speaking. And karmana means what your actions are. So this is another phenomena. First is interaction, how to rectify the intentions, because this transaction is transition of karmas also. And second thing is kriya siddhi satvi bhavati matam no karne. Whatever expensive equipments you have, so that doesn't make something successful. We must have seen collapsing of big investments and big businesses and big business houses and all that. If we analyze the things behind that, then we very easily we can do any case study. You take any big industry collapsing or business house collapsing, or a business collapsing, right from small to bigger, there we'll find something lacking in what we already discussed. So this is something very important, that our intention of earning money must be pure. The process must be pure. And investment, how we invest that money, that should be pure. That should be pure. A certain percentage of that must be utilized. And this is not philosophical phenomena. This is very practical phenomena. And one must understand it. If you do something good, now it is scientifically proven that if you do something good, all those happy hormones, they secrete. Your RBCs, they increase in numbers. So it means all the good strength, all the immunity, all the resistance in your body, it increases. It means your body becomes healthy. Like there is a phrase in English that a healthy mind lives in a healthy body. And this is interactive. Like a healthy mind lives in a healthy body, similarly, a healthy body lives because of healthy mind. So they both nourish each other. So this is very important, that because you know what is right and wrong. Your conscience knows what is wrong, what is right. And even smallest insect, they also, they know what is right, what is wrong, and how they save. Just take any insect. If they are, they get the information that they are going to be hurt, they just try to protect, they run away and this and that. So it means every consciousness knows what is right, what is wrong. Now, this is animal instinct, that one does anything what one indulges into. And the human instinct, the instinct which is human being is blessed with, That is human beings' conscience. That consciousness which tells that this is right, this is wrong, and one can take decision. One can choose the path. If you choose the right path, then the results are right. Right and wrong means right means which is nourishing natural laws, and wrong means which is not nourishing natural law, which is hurting some aspect of nature, whether it is the emotion of any individual or the physique of any individual or something which is creating something negative in any creature of the world, in the universe. Because whatever seed you sow, so shall you reap. So this is the secret of any seed. Sowing right seed will rightly give you good crop. And if you irrigate it rightly, it will get you good results. If you irrigate it with the right things which nourishes nature, then nature supports you and you get better crop, better results. So these are the secrets of natural law. So to make anything successful, these are basic principles, and these are very, very normal, simple principles. But these principles have great impact because there are very, very simple things which create very great results. If we see the social leaders or political leaders, so there are simple, small karmas, small action of these people which give you such a great inspiration. Like it is said, one should practice what he or she preaches. So it means very small actions of these people, they inspire people. And inspire means just one good action, one positive action which nourishes nature, one is inspired with, and just because these big political, social, these leaders, whatever the good they do, very small actions, it becomes so inspiring that it inspires many thousands and millions people, and that is how any political movement or social movement becomes successful because of its leadership. And leadership is so authentic. Leadership preaches what leader preaches. If one practices what one preaches, then that life becomes authentic. And that one good action, inspires millions of people. And what is the secret of success here? That one good action which nourishes nature, it inspires many people, and those many people, they also indulge themselves into right action, and they get right results. And this is how any social or political movement becomes successful. And this success, which is called social success or political success, this is applied in a smallest business also. Whatever we are interacting with, if the intentions are good, with the money, with the goods, only money is not being exchanged. All good intentions and those karmas and all those thought processes, everything works. So if we delicately take care of all those things, that because knowingly or unknowingly, these karmas are also being exchanged. So when it is knowingly done, then that is called pragyaparad. That's committing mistakes knowingly. it gives bad results. And if you don't know it and it happened, because one can't check each and every customer, then the process of rectifying those karmas are investing those money in the right karmas, social work, feeding needy and nourishing nature and all that. So these are a few principles which looks very simple, but it has very great results. So this is how a business becomes successful. If we live life on very broader plane, on grosser plane, interacting with material, on finer plane, this exchange is not on grosser level only, it is something finer which is being exchanged. So on the finest level, we take care of all these things, that we know that these things knowingly or unknowingly are being exchanged, so we should rectify those karmas. And this is how this is basic principle of success of any business. I remember a very one of the biggest capitalists, when their children asked the secret of the success of their empire or their business. So he simply said a very simple line, and I think which could be syllabus of grandest MBAs, syllabus of grandest MBAs. That one of the biggest successful capitalists, what he taught to their kids when they asked the secret of the success, he said, you take care of the families of your employee, and employee will take care of your empire. This is a very simple line. It is very simple line, but it has a great secret behind it. What does it mean? That if you take care of your employee's family, what does it mean? In this simple line, I have seen many people come to me. I have seen, if they are taking care of their employee like their family, not on professional level, on emotional level also, on personal level also, and they are successful in business, and they are successful in a real sense. Every employee, they literally worship their employer. And when they live, every employee lives with that integrity, with that emotional surrender, with that emotional support, with that moral support, with that. So this exchange is, it happens on a very finer level. It not only nourishes the business, it nourishes the relation also. And it makes the bond between employer and employee in a wonderful way, that, every time the employer interacts with the employee, it is so nourishing for both of them. It increases happiness of both of them, satisfaction of both of them, and containment of both of them. And when it happens, the result has to be similar. And if one's employer all the time in schools and not interacts properly, then it means that a person who is there to earn his or her livelihood, so it is a compulsion, a physical compulsion for that employee to be there. So if somebody is not treated properly, physically he is there, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually he is not there. So he won't produce right and productive and wonderful and holistic results. So these are very simple principles. So if we go back and see that secret, what this one of the greatest capitalist conveyed to his children, in this simple line, you take care of the families of your employee will take care of your empire. So this exchange, what this exchange is, this is not merely exchange when employer is taking care of every plane, emotional and family wise and material plane and spiritual plane. As a result, spirituality, interaction, spiritual interaction is, nourished very beautifully, and result becomes holistically beautiful. Whatever one earns, one enjoys that money also. Because if you earn anything by hurting someone, by exploiting someone, by squeezing someone, one who is helpless, one has to be with the employer because of some compulsions. This sort of money earned never produces holistic. You can have a very big amount in your bank, but these businessmen, they are not able to enjoy that money. That's why we see all very big hospitals, all 5-star hospitals, they are advancedly booked. Who goes there? Those who can afford those expensive most hospitals. So similarly, if we analyze those things, then we'll understand that whenever we are indulged in any business, we should take care of all planes. So these are the secrets. If on every step we take care of all planes, and if we take care of relationship between not only with the client but with the employer-employee relationship, if this is another aspect, if this relationship is nourished on every level, then result becomes wonderful. Then as a result, the money earned is not kept in the bank only, and it doesn't go in wrong places. It is enjoyed by the businessman also on every aspect. It creates bliss, it creates health, it creates social wealth, it creates good fame, it creates good relationship in the family, it creates spiritual upliftment of a person. What spiritual upliftment of a businessman means? Spirit means which is invisible, but which is responsible to run everything. And when that unmanifested value is nourished, then many all these aspects which are manifested, they are nourished. So these are invisible forces, invisible energies, which result, if they are taken care of, they result in something wonderful which is manifested. So whenever one is indulged in any business, so we should take care of all the manifested values as we discussed, as well as all those unmanifested values which are hidden along with that to create something successful. And these are the secrets which makes business, any business, successful, wonderfully, holistically successful. we can observe it anywhere in society, that in any business, one can observe that if one employer is taking the name of his employer in a very, very high regards, with, like one is taking name of God. If the employer is taking the name of his or her employer with very high blissful, with regard, and like one is worshipping. So what does it mean? It means that the relationship between employer and employee is wonderfully well. And just by taking name of the employer, employee becomes blissful, joyous, inspired, fulfilled, contained. So it means these are the forces which creates the success, because these are the invisible forces in which stimulates a person, which inspires a person to do wonderfully well. In absence of employer also, whether employer is present or not. But these are the, thoughts, very good, very inspiring, blissful, happy, content thought of employer in the mind of employee. These are bigger forces than whatever salary is given to employee. Because whatever salary is paid to employee, it has a very limited role, because it only caters meets the basic requirement of the employee. But this is not a stimulating factor. This is not an inspiring factor. This is not motivating factor, which creates something wonderful from that employee. But these, blissful thoughts, blissful memories, inspiring remembrance of, employer, those are things which create inspiration and, enthusiasm in an employee to create something good. And that comes because of the interaction of intentions. Kriya siddhi sattve bhavati mahatam nob karne. So if that employer has that personality, that radiations, that aura, which transmits all these good things in employee, which nourishes and creates a stimulating factor, inspiring factor in employee, that makes successful. And all these radiation comes from authentic living on what? Physical plane, mental plane, and spiritual plane. Because every employee knows, if employee knows that his or her employer is living life of that high values and all those things, then automatically it is transformed. It works like a good seed which is sown, and whatever you sow, so shall you reap. So if those good seeds are sown in the consciousness of employee, then very good result automatically, spontaneously comes. So these are the secrets. These are the invisible secrets, which is much more influential than money, which is being exchanged between customer or the businessman or the employee or the employer. So if these unmanifested values are taken care of, then these are the basic secrets which are the reason of success of successful business in any field.